Retirement is a death sentence. Do the work you love instead. So what actually happened today? I was going to BJ's to do the shopping. We actually order online, but I went inside the store because I needed to get the peptide. My wife forgot to put it in the list. But long story short, on my way back to the car, I met the greeter, and I haven't seen him in like a year. And interestingly, he asked me, "Oh, my friend, where have you been?" I'm like, "Yeah, I usually pick up from the car, but today I had to come in." And anyways, every time I come back in, I don't see you. I thought you retired. He told me, no, no, no. He told me that he has two jobs and he just retired from the first job and he will retire from BJ's in 18 months. He actually told me he had a job before and he retired at 62. And that experience almost killed him. It killed him because almost killed him because he was just laying in the house watching TV. He got tired of doing that, and then his thought almost killed him. So he had to come back to the workforce. And he said, anyways, being a greeter is not that hard of a job. And he meet people. He likes to have conversation like the one he had with me about a 2-minute conversation. And that was an interesting perspective. So I wanted to touch base and just share that with you because I believe when you do the work you love, you every day is like a vacation, honestly, and it's not actually hard work. I'm saying that because I believe entrepreneurship gives you the opportunity to do the work you love. And when you really find something that you love and you're interested in doing, you can do that for years and you don't have to retire because when you have a job and you go in the workforce, you have to come there every day and then at 62, maybe 67 today, I don't know the exact retirement age, you have to go back home and a lot of people haven't prepared for that. And the statistics say that a lot of people die after 2 years after retiring because in Genesis, God created us to be with people. He said it wasn't good for man to be alone. And when I'm talking about man here is capital M. And the problem is when you are in a job, you cut off of all your connections, people you interact with every day. And like I said, people who don't prepare for that, they just feel lonely. Lonely is not good. Loneliness is not good. And I believe the man gave me a good perspective. I like talking to older people because sometimes they give you those nuggets and make me think 30, 40 years ahead. So a lot of people ask me, but Frederick, isn't rest important? Isn't people supposed to retire? Are you a work machine? To that, I would say yes. I mean, don't rush. But when you have a purpose, if you have a hustle on the side that you've been doing along the years, because in the West, I feel like a lot of people are lonely. They don't connect. It's not like in Africa or in the East where a lot of people have family ties. In the West, people are individual. Individualism is worship, but in the later years, that's not good. A lot of people die sooner than supposed to because they're alone in their apartment doing the same thing over and over. So I think entrepreneurship is a cure for that. And I actually believe in the future, there's going to be less jobs with AI coming up. I would invite young people to really start building personal brands because that will be the way of the future. One thing AI cannot do, AI cannot build context because even when you put a prompt in ChatGPT, for example, you have to give it context. If you just tell ChatGPT, hey, I'm going to the gym, it's going to make you any kind of workout. It's going to give you Pilates. And maybe what you meant was you wanted to do bodybuilding, you wanted to lift some weight. So you got to give it context. And people with personal brand will be more wanted in the marketplace because people want to buy from people they know. The time where the CEO were just in the office at the big buildings in New York is over. People want to know, okay, if I buy Apple, who is behind it? That's why people like Steve Jobs, I still remember. When you think about Apple, you think about Steve Jobs. So that's where the wave of the future is going. I believe personal branding cannot be replaced by AI. Having human giving a speech is it's an experience that's extraordinary. Building a brand around that will build the wealth needed, will create entrepreneurship, will create opportunities. So my action step for you would be to pick a purpose over pension instead of just sitting at a job waiting for 401k to grow 5-7% a year for 40 years. Pick a purpose. Build people into your work so you never feel alone. So that would be my second recommendation to you. And the last action I recommend is to engineer micro vacations, not full stops. I feel like retirement is just like a full stop. Or, okay, I'm not working anymore. And like in my previous videos, I said working and having a job are two different things. It's not because you don't have a job that you don't work. Entrepreneurs are people who decided to leave 8 hours work for somebody else to work for themselves for 16 hours. That's real work. And I will reiterate, even mothers taking care of kids in the house are working. That's hard work. Anyways, grab my retirement checklist sheet down below and like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you want me to talk next. Have a great day.